Thank you. I can't help thinking that this is kind of like college, right? And at the beginning of class in college, the professor comes out and says, hey, you've got this really big report due at the end of this class, and it counts for all of your grade. But I'm telling you now so that you can work on it the whole semester. And every week you go to class, and the professor looks at you and says, hey, 12 more weeks till your paper's due, 10 more weeks till your paper's due. Hey, make sure your citations are done. Make sure you've done your research. Hey, make sure you started writing. Did you do your outline? And then you get all the way to the night before the paper's due. And you go, oh my gosh, I didn't start this thing. I better get to work. I can't help thinking this is exactly what this is like. This isn't an emergency. This is a manufactured crisis. This was entirely preventable if anybody in this building just listened to the good-ranking members of appropriations and finance. We wouldn't all be sitting up like a bunch of college students drinking 18 Red Bulls, cranking out a 50-page paper, trying to dig our state out of a manufactured fiscal crisis. It's like a hurricane that we saw coming for months or a pipe leak we ignored. And here we are today. I can't help thinking about the moral hazard of this too, the example we're setting. If you don't understand what moral hazard is, it's this concept of people making these decisions and then not necessarily being held accountable or responsible for them, right? We look at it in the context of finance often. There's an extreme moral hazard of what we're thinking about doing today. What we're saying is, it's okay when our elected leaders know about something that's preventable and will have an extreme impact on our residents and do nothing about it because they're not going to be held accountable. If the residents of Connecticut were in here right now, you would all be terrified. You would be shaking in your boots because they would be angry, they would be disappointed, they would be incensed by how insane this is. We can do a lot better. And listen, we have to do something today, and that's the sad part. My outrage is as much about the fact that this was ignored as it is that we have now been backed into a corner by virtue of the fact that the voices who spoke reasonably about this months ago were ignored. I'm on board with doing something today because we have to, but I am extremely disappointed that we have to in the first place. Thank you, Madam Speaker.